ASTM C-1064, Standard Test Method for Temperature of Freshly Mixed Hydraulic Cement Concrete.
Before we get started on this standard test method, it is important to know that there are two variables which greatly influence the plastic properties of concrete. They are time and temperature. Knowing how critical temperature is, it is vital that the plastic concrete be tested with a calibrated thermometer. When there is a temperature requirement in the specification, you must have a calibrated thermometer. This is especially critical if the supplier is using ice or hot water to meet requirements of the project. Just think how costly it would be if your thermometer was not calibrated and based on your reading, the supplier was required to increase the amount of ice in the concrete. It very well may cost thousands of wasted dollars to compensate for a thermometer which costs less than $15. This test method covers taking temperature of freshly mixed concrete. It is the only test method of the 7 that doesn't require a composite sample. The container for testing freshly mixed concrete is required to be large enough to provide at least 3 inches of cover in all directions around the sensor of the temperature measuring device. The temperature measuring device needs to be capable of measuring the freshly placed concrete to plus or minus 1 degree Fahrenheit throughout a range of 30 to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Each thermometer needs to be calibrated with a certified reference thermometer traceable to the NIST. The thermometer is required to be calibrated annually or whenever there is a question of accuracy. It is common practice to measure concrete in a wheelbarrow which contains the composite sample per C-172. However, measuring freshly mixed concrete is acceptable in either transporting equipment as in dump trucks or forms, provided there is at least 3 inches of cover in all directions.
The procedures for this standard are as follows. 1. Place the TMD in the freshly mixed concrete so that the sensing portion is submerged a minimum of 3 inches in all directions. 2. Gently press concrete around the TMD so that the ambient temperature does not influence the measured temperature. 3. Leave the TMD in the freshly mixed concrete a minimum of 2 minutes, but no more than 5 minutes. It should be noted that concrete with aggregate size greater than 3 inches may require up to 20 minutes for the transfer of heat from the aggregate to the mortar fraction. 4. Read the temperature to the nearest 1 degree Fahrenheit and do not remove the TMD when reading the temperature. 5. Report the temperature to the nearest 1 degree Fahrenheit.